What's up everybody? Today I'll be doing a super delicious summer peach tart and it is delicious. First up, I'll be starting with the tools that you'll be needing. I have a KitchenAid fitted with a paddle attachment. I have a knife, a wooden spoon, a rolling pin, a bowl, and I also have a large tart pan that's about 12 inches. You can also cut this recipe in half and make a smaller tart. Next up, I'll be starting with the ingredients for the tart dough. I have flour, powdered sugar, eggs, butter at room temperature, and I also have some extra flour to roll my tart dough out. So now let's begin with the tart dough. So I'll start by adding my flour, my powdered sugar, and my butter, which is at room temperature. So now I'll mix this on low until it comes together. And you want the butter and flour to come together and have a nice sandy texture. So after about mixing for about a minute, my butter and flour mixture has come together and it's nice and sandy. So now I'll add my eggs. And I'll add one egg at a time. And now you'll let this come together and form a dough. And this takes about 30 seconds. So now your dough has fully mixed. So now I have my tart dough mixed, but before that, I'll take my butter wrapper that has some excess butter on there and wipe it into my tart tin. And you want to get all the edges. So now I'll roll out my dough. I'll take some flour and dust it on my surface. And I'll take a little bit of flour and dust it on top of that. And I'll just bring this together. And now you just roll this out, nice and even. And also you can take your pan and place it on top to see how much more you need to fill in your pan. And what I'll do next is I'll take my dough and I'll roll it over. I'll bring my pan in. So you want to roll this in your rolling pin. And you'll pick this up and you'll roll it over your tart pan. Like so. And now you'll fill in all the areas that need to be filled in. What you'll do is you'll take your index finger and you'll press on the corners. And you want this to be about an inch over the rim of your tart pan. And what I'll do next is I'll press this over the edges so it cuts right off. So now that I'm finished rolling this out, I'll place this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes while I work on the other components. So for the next step, I'll be mixing my filling. I have room temperature butter, powdered sugar, grounded almond flour, eggs, and vanilla. So I'll take my unsalted butter, add it to the bowl. I'll add my powdered sugar, and I'll just mix this in. You just want to incorporate this nicely so the powdered sugar and the butter comes together. So now I'll add my eggs. And to this mixture, I'll add my grounded almonds. So now that's it. My mixture has come together nicely. It's almost the texture of peanut butter and it's nice and spreadable. So now as you can see, my tart dough has chilled nicely. Now I'll add my filling to it. And now I'll just spread this around evenly. And you want this to go all around your tart. And now I'll start working on my peaches. I have 6 peaches and I'll take the core out of it. So you'll take your knife, go right around, twist. And one side comes out nicely. The other side, you can take your finger and just pull that out. And what I'll do is I'll take my knife and I'll slice these. And you want about 1/8 of an inch thick. And now I'll grab some of my peaches and I'll start lining these on the outside. So now I'll start going inside. So now once you're at this stage, what you'll do is you'll take some olive oil and you'll just brush on top of it. And finally you'll take some granulated sugar and dust on top of your peaches. And now you'll let this sit in the refrigerator for 30 minutes before you bake it. So now my tart is ready to go in the oven. It has chilled in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. And what I did is I took some foil paper and covered the bottom of my tart pan. And this just ensures any leakage will not spill into the oven. So now I'll pop it in the oven, which is set at 350 for 45 minutes. So here you go, your delicious peach tart. So you'll let this cool in the pan for about 30 minutes before you take it out of the mold. So for the final touches, I added a dusting of powdered sugar, like so. And this just gives a beautiful rustic look to your delicious peach tart. So again, thank you for watching. Please make this delicious recipe. If you like my videos, give it a big thumbs up, drop some comments below, and please subscribe. Again, thank you.